All right. Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. Going to try to do this a little bit live. Haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so it's been a couple of days since I've actually posted a video on this series. Things are not going well. We're not quite getting up to the, Oh, hey, Deep Dragon, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't quite got up to the amount of science we're looking for. We do have science problems, but we've got other problems as well. This area down here, so it's the thing, we've run across this before. Back whenever I did like a big giant solar panel construction order, and then we have the artillery trains coming down here and up here doing their artillery work. These construction robots don't have the ability to go and repair. And so, yeah. We had some biters make it through this wall. They actually made it up in here and started eating up this third science module in a couple of areas. I went and I took those out, and we turned the auto building stations back on, but unfortunately, it's going to suffer the same problem. I guess what we could do... let's see. What are you doing? Oh, you're right here. Let's turn you off. And we'll just not supply solar panels to the solar panels. We still need the solar panels, but we need all this stuff rebuilt more, I think. So we'll go with that. I stopped this train here because our own personal robots are not constrained by the global building queuing stuff. So we'll go ahead and just fix this down here and continue on. One thing I noticed, and that is this down here. Have we always had the ability to add buttons down here? I mean, this is Ghost Placer and Mouse Over. These are unhots mods, and I just kind of noticed that there's the toggle down here for it. I've never noticed that before. And it looks like the to-do list mod icons are down here as well. I don't know. Anyway, that is fixed for now, I think. We've got another big problem, and I'm just going to commandeer this train, I believe, and see what we need to do about that. And that is that our nuclear stuff is falling behind. Not too happy about that. Yeah, we're not making enough nuclear fuel all of a sudden. And there was a problem here with the circuits that were constraining these ore machines, so we may be okay. But for right now, I know we have these reactors. They are not working, and the reactors down here... Actually, they're fine. How are we doing over here? It's been that way for a while, depending on the mod author activating it. Yeah, probably. So it is. That's how much I notice. That used to be the that was like the exoskeleton. I wonder what. I don't remember doing anything with that. I don't know. Hey DJ Ram, how you doing tonight? Let's see. Did I not? Okay, no, we're fine. I don't know if there's really anything we can necessarily do about it, because I think the problem is we don't have enough of the 238. I mean, we might be able to make like another one of these plants making nuclear fuel. If I even have one of those, I guess we can try it. I mean, I don't want to this late in the game expand out the nuclear the uranium refining. We may have to. Let's see. I thought I had some of these. No, I guess I didn't. Well, let's see. I mean, how much are you? You're not bad. What if we just took some of this nuclear fuel and we just manually fed these reactors over here, and then we just see... Well, no, I mean... This would be backed up. we would actually have fuel in these requester chests were things hunky-dory. I don't know. Let's see. We're not that far from home. Let's just call this train over here, and we'll get this built, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not... I mean, I don't think we could put productivity modules in there. Speed modules, I guess we could try to put in some beacons up here. Of course, I don't have any beacons. Let's see, I called a train over here. Let's just take this one. Because, I mean, we should be producing still plenty of uranium over here, right? Yeah, this is all backed up here. Maybe that's the solution. We just kind of splice in some speed beacons there. Did I put beacons in here? No, of course I didn't. They're going to be on that train. That train's going to be busy rebuilding the modules. Beacons. Let's grab some of those. Does productivity work on the miners? I bet it does. Not the miners, but the centrifuges. I guess we'll find out. I've never really used modules on nuclear stuff because, you know what? I think this series marks a number of fairly insignificant firsts for me. This is the most science I've ever made. This is definitely the biggest base I've ever made, the most solar panels that I've ever made, and it's definitely by far the most uranium I've ever used. I mean, I've built uranium setups like this before. I've built bigger uranium setups than this, but I've never actually used that much. We never got that. Let's see, we don't need that. Let's see. Let's take... Well, let's just turn this back on temporarily. Let's take a couple of you. And if we did like beacon Z thing right here and beacon Z thing right there. Let's see. We're going to need belt too. Are you doing anything, belt train? No, you're not. Hell's Revenge, how you doing? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Snigby Gaming, welcome to the stream. I don't do this very often. I'd like to do it more. I don't know why I don't. I really don't have a good reason. I think I've expressed before that it's something that's really easy to do, but I don't know. I guess I'm just fearful for going live. I shouldn't be, because it's not like I'm afraid of making mistakes or anything. That is definitely not a problem that I have. Let's see. So if we did that, I'm just doing kind of like spacing stuff here. I don't know why I'm getting it so perfect. That would move it up to like right here, which is up what? 2 tiles? All right, let's just place those beacons there. That means you... Oh, can we have a pipe in the way? I submit that that is the perfect place to have a pipe in the way. All right, yeah, let's just pull all this out, and we'll go from there. I don't know why I'm being so meticulous with this. It totally doesn't matter. There Ish. That. I have no idea how many of these we had. Something like that. Does that sound reasonable? Sure. That or coming in there. Apparently we didn't have that many. How many centrifuges do we have? We had more than that, didn't we? Oh, some of them ended up here. All right. Yeah, see, this is why I don't do stuff live. I can cut this stuff out and start over. All right. That goes there. Are we good? We're happy. We can take you down, go in like that. Is that touching? Good enough. Good enough for me. And we'll take you out that far, take you out that far. That will come in like this. Didn't do any math here. Not sure if we're going to need the fast inserters. I doubt that we will. Why no train? Oh, we got everything blocked off here. Okay. Has this not been signaled like all this time, or are you just not forward far enough? You're just not forward far enough. Okay. Load-bearing power pole, most likely. And, yeah, let's see. That's going to be uranium processing and productivity. All right. Never thought I would ever be wanting any free uranium-238, but at this point, I think now we want to take that. Yeah, I'm not liking that. They're down here at this corner. Where are they coming from? I mean, I guess it could be here, but, I mean, these guys look like they're coming from, I don't know, down in there? If I adjust the beacons to the left or right by one, do I have them lined up? I do. Bad. Don't tell Cornosian. All right, yeah, there we go. And let's see, powering these. Yeah, we kind of gave up on the pretty power pole thing. I tried. I gave it the good honest try this series. It just didn't last very long. All right, that brings it up to what? 20% productivity, 170% crafting speed. Why you guys not go? We don't have your recipe set. That would be helpful. All right, and I think we'll just leave that at that for a little bit, unless I can fit one more beacon here, and I can. Since we're trying to do this to help power, we might as well use a little bit more power so it evens out, right? I can tell you just looking at that, I believe that that is more than we were making before. It seems like this is coming in. We're no longer getting the lights here. We have... Those guys are out again. Let's just make sure that is hooked up. We do have enough logistic bots. Okay, that looks good. How about you guys down here? Are any of you in bad shape? Doesn't appear so. And on that train, we have plenty. All right, so now we're just going through this a lot faster. Let's see. I think we had some kind of weird condition on here, and I bumped that up a while ago to 1K. The way this works is you are waiting for there to be 1K. That's going to send a signal here. You are waiting on that circuit condition. Let's just take that off for now. So you will go and we'll do it for a backup. And then we'll come back here later and realize that we have way too much of the uranium down there. But at least we'll have power. How is power? Should be okay. I think we were in quite the excess before we turned the extra reactors on. All right, that's good. How are these bases coming along? Are they being built? No. This one has been, though, so I think we can go ahead and turn this one off. How many starter pistols are in the chest? I have not checked that yet. But that is something that was kind of the cliffhanger, I guess, from the last episode. If you want to place your bets, go ahead and put them in there now. I didn't check. I said, I forget what I said. Did I say like 25 or something like that? I still feel it's probably more. A little bit of a delay here, so I'm going to go ahead and empty out my chest here, just in case somebody wants to venture a guess, and I've got this uranium ore in here. We'll have to drop that back by, because deadlock, probably. No, actually, I don't think we have any yet. I think we've just got a whole bunch of things kind of waiting around. We are getting stuff here, though, right? Yeah, we do have construction bots here. Yeah. All right, we got some in here. 33, 32, 19. Let's see. 30. And do I have one in my inventory? I do not. I think I've gotten rid of all of them. Okay, 30. That's actually pretty close. So I guess we start with 1, so that would be 29 deaths this series. I know one of those. I think 2 of those were by Biter. I think there was one in one of the in-between episodes where that was by Biter, and there was one from the old series that was that was like whenever I was first playing with combat robots, and the rest of those were me being silly with trains. Speaking of being silly with trains, why don't you come on back? And I don't think we have any more pistols laying around anywhere. I don't think they'd be anywhere other than that chest if we go to the logistic network here. Pistol, 30. Yeah. Unhot has a mod that I looked at, but it's kind of annoying. But it's called the trolley problem, and it shows the path. Like if you go over a train, it'll show you kind of like the path, but it makes that happen all the time. Yeah, you see those little arrows? It kind of has that going all the time, and it shows you like the red zone and the yellow zone, and that was working for me for a little bit, but I decided not to use it because it was kind of distracting. Shoot the chest, yeah. Shoot the chest for the next series, yeah. The next real video, the people that didn't catch the live stream, we could say, oh yeah, there was only 2 of them. Can you believe that? All right, so why is this not being built? I guess they're probably now in the unload mode on this station. So they're not going to go to this station until that one is unloaded. That's the one flaw. Let's go help it along. And actually, I would like to grab some of these robots. Oh, gosh. Wall lasers. We'll take the nuclear stuff with us and drop it off on the way home. I do want to hold on to the trains. We can get rid of the belt. Yeah, and let's just grab a nice big handful of robots there. Help things along. Yeah, let's move right here. So how y'all doing tonight? Hope everything is well in your area. You're able to find things like eggs and toilet paper. My wife actually found some for us the other day. We were quite happy. Such a strange thing. I mean, I don't know how the stores are around where you live, but you go into the store and everything is fine. Everything is perfect. Except still to this point, eggs and toilet paper. It's the strangest thing. Milk too, I hear, to a lesser extent, but milk's one of those things that we don't really use that much since my children have gotten older. We used to go through a gallon of milk every day, it seemed like. Yeah, we've been officially on lockdown, I guess now. I think the official order came 2 days ago. We really don't have that much going on around here. I guess the local governments around here are just being overly cautious. The county that I live in has a very large amount compared to the other counties, but yeah, it's been interesting. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about this traffic. Shredded cheese. Yeah, you know, shredded cheese was another thing too. That I heard, and you know, it's one of those things that I guess I don't know how old you have to be to realize that if you have this tool that's called like a cheese grater, you can buy the blocks of cheese. I just imagine like younger people going into the store and going, "What are these big giant blocks of cheese for?" I don't buy. I don't know. Is there an economic advantage to buying the blocks? Do they charge more for the shredded? I don't know. I noticed that my wife has started buying the shredded ones. I know that it's a lot easier. I know that I have scars on my fingers from cheese graters. I used to work in an Italian restaurant many a year ago. Yeah, let's see. Is this all built up? I think this one is done. I hope so, because we've already turned it. I thought we turned this one off. Guess we didn't. All right, that would explain some things. Junk. I don't think I need any of these inserters in my inventory, really. Actually, you know what? I just want to get it all. We get it all? I guess if I would move this train up a little bit. There we go. I play Factorio. Attachment on the food processor. Yeah. That's a good idea. It's a very Factorio solution to that. Just automate the cheese grating, right? Let's see. I think we're full here. Let's take this stuff and take it to this station and then just drop it off. Whoa, what's going on there? What are you doing? Do we have like a weird temporary station there? Okay, that seems much more reasonable. What are we missing over here? Can we tell? It's probably... Is it just modules? I know we have some of those. But unfortunately, all this other garbage I have in my inventory, it's not going to be possible to get to those. Because of the auto build, that's probably going to take a little while too. Let's put some in our inventory and then just go run around. All right, I think all the blinkies ran away. Let's see, how many robots do we have over here? 1,200. I was thinking, was it like 1,500 that we were trying to keep over here? I don't remember what the number was. Let's start with that, and let's move over to this other one and see if we can't get that taken care of. Let's see, you are completely built now. We can turn that back on. That will start draining that out. Let's just take a look at the robot counts here. We've got 1,200 here, 1,200 here, and 240 there. Let's start over here. Is the temp stations a mod? No, that is vanilla as of somewhere in .17, I believe. If you go to the train like map and control click somewhere, it'll put a temporary station down, and it'll just be there until the train goes through. I'm a little bit impatient with them. If I just leave it on automatic, it'll stay here for 5 seconds, and then the temporary station will go away. But I'm a little bit impatient with them. Um, 800, 1,400. Do that right there. And then we'll just go over here and drop these guys over here. All right, and I forgot to drop off the nuclear stuff. Actually, you know what? We're not that far from the nuclear station way over here. It's just right there. And as I'm looking over here, traffic is not that bad. Are you guys waiting for stuff? You guys are waiting for stuff, and that's probably why traffic is not bad. Yeah, okay, so we've reached the situation now where we're not producing enough iron and copper to supply these down here, which is basically giving us artificial traffic here. It's making it not look as busy as it should be. Which I knew it, I expected it, I knew that we weren't creating enough. I did actually set up a couple of extra stations up here. There's a bot station here for copper that's ready to go, as well as another bot station over here for iron that is ready to go. And if this station down here is any indication, we should be able to run 2 big trains off of both of those. And that should increase our iron and copper throughput significantly. Well, by 4 trains. Let's go ahead and get those set up, I believe. Let's run right here and see if we can't get ourselves run over by a train. Yes, that's why I kept the trains on me. Exactly. That was the reason precisely, I think. No, yeah, I'd actually I had those in my inventory. Before I started the episode, I went up and built those and was getting ready to turn those on. And that's when I noticed the red down here that the biters had gotten through. And why isn't this stuff been built yet? We do have construction. We don't have construction robots. All right, that's very reasonable. Again, let's don't tell Cornosian. I had originally thought, I think I said this a while ago. My plan at this point, biters would have been off already. I actually had the idea to turn biters off like on episode 10. I didn't think we would be playing with them anymore. And I don't really have any reason why they're still on. They're just kind of like a little annoyance. I mean, I mentioned I want to feel like that I've beaten them. But I thought we would kind of have to. I don't have a lot of experience with really large Factorio bases. I mean, I've done a couple of megabase series, but I haven't even hit close. But I mean, reading on the forums and stuff like that over the years, the UPS stuff has always been a big concern. And you know what? I have not checked. We are at... Okay, we're actually starting to get a little bit of a dip. I don't know if that is real or not. I mean, I know it's real. Those numbers aren't imaginary. What I mean by that is there could be other factors like me streaming that are affecting that. I'll want to check that in between episodes. Let's see. What is the button that we click for that? Is that F5? What's our bottleneck here? The entities, that's a big one. Trains, not as much as I thought. Script updates are relatively small. Bottleneck, still the top one by far. Yeah, I don't know. As I mentioned, the old Dwarf Fortress trick to increase your frame rate is to just turn it off so you don't look at it, and then you don't notice. I have noticed a pretty big difference, though, between... earlier, I wasn't getting any dips, but I noticed since I started streaming that I am getting a little bit of frame drops here and there. It's starting to kind of stutter a little bit. And who knows? It may be that that the beacons that we put on the yeah, I mean that's just stuff that's going to have to be supplied. Although the combat or the robots are actually building the stuff now. So I'll probably wait until this is all completed and then rumble. Why do they attack all the way in here? Why don't they just attack the first one? That would be a little bit more convenient for everybody involved, I think. Well, okay, they're kind of listening to me there. And where are you going? Oh, yeah. And I mean, they had to come through here, right? Hmm. So yeah, if you were curious what was happening like 5 seconds before this episode started, this is what was happening 5 seconds before this episode started. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and turn you back on. Oh, don't stand in the spit. You know what? We probably have some beacons in that train. We might have a lot of this stuff in this train. Well, I actually think the walls are okay. I think the problem that we have is that... Boy, it's kind of hard to see. I guess those are chemical plants. I don't know if we have any of those. If we do, that'd be awful handy. Oh yeah, we got plenty of chemical plants. That repairs you completely with the exception of a couple of speed modules. We'll just keep that in mind. We'll leave that station turned off. Kind of scared me there for a second. We'll turn you on. Kill biters. Assembly machines. And fast inserters. All right, then you guys just need speed modules and you'll be good to go. Run down here real quick, and actually, I guess we're not going to run down here real quick because we have a traffic jam. We have a traffic jam probably because something is backed up here. Iron, okay. That'll clear out, and we can go. Okay, I'm assuming the supply train is coming down to take care of that. Yeah, I mean, I think the defenses are adequate. They're adequate everywhere else. It's the construction robots. When we run out of those, things go bad because we go through construction bots fairly quickly. What I need to do is redo this base so that we're actually delivering construction robots as part of all of this setup. And again, I never did it because I thought that we would be done with biters at this point. Boy, we don't have a very efficient turnaround system here, do we? It's like I want to set the trains up, but I want to get this situated down here first. I want to feel somewhat safe. Yeah, that's something I say I need to do. I say I need to do it just so you guys know that I need to do it. So that way it makes it a little bit more entertaining whenever I totally don't do it and completely forget about it. And gives you guys something to comment about. I like to leave those little tidbits in there. I like to let you guys feel like you're participating, right? Kitch, you forgot to do this thing. Oh, yep, nope, totally meant to do that. Let's do something a little bit just kind of like this. Get that corner secured. Throw a couple more robots in there just to make me feel warm and fuzzy. Why do we have them in the trash here? That's another good question. All right, that will request there, and then we can take this over the top here, and the robots will eventually replace those. Okay, now you're hitting me on this side, huh? That's the way it's going to be? All right. We do have a train on the way. Train's going to get filled up. All right, then he'll head this way, and we'll be safe down here. Okay, let's see. I think we did this before. That was just practice. Yeah, so I've had a hard time the last couple of days trying to get a recording in. I have this this foot thing that is really annoying, and it's probably started happening like, I don't know, 5 years ago. But I don't know if I injured it or what. I've been to doctors and things like that. I don't know how many times. Nobody can give me a very clear answer on what's going on, other than something that, you know, just generally things hurt when you get old. That's just the law. Yeah, no, it hasn't been bothering me for a while, but it came back with a vengeance. And just over the last couple of days, my foot just, it swells up really big and it hurts really, really bad. And I'm unable to concentrate on things. It just hurts. It just flat out hurts. And yeah, I tried to record a couple of episodes and got to the point where I was just really wanting to throw the base away. I was getting so mad with some of the things that are happening. So I figured, you know what, I probably just need to take a couple of days and relax and get, the thing is, you know, it hurts and that's fine. I mean, you can take things for that, and that helps a little bit, but it's more the nighttime, the lack of sleep that was getting me. I wasn't able to sleep because it just, the pain hurt so bad. And it's just doing so much better now, and I got a really good night's sleep last night. So hopefully things are going well. And yeah, no, it stinks getting old. Something, you know, I'm not sure how old everybody is. I have a feeling that my audience tends to lead kind of on the older side, but something that they don't tell you is that things hurt. And that's just what it is. If you sit and you hear these like pain commercials, you know, for ibuprofen and stuff like that, they're just like talking about just general pain. Things hurt. That's just all there is. There's nothing magical about it. There's not necessarily anything wrong or anything that can be done about it. And I think that's why, you know, the opioid thing was such a big deal, is that there's a lot of people that just hurt out there, and it stinks that there's not really anything that can be done about it. Or, you know, maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found it yet. I'm not entirely convinced. My doctors weren't looking at me going, oh, wow, we can milk this for a lot of money. But that's just my cynical conspiracy thinking side. What is the name of that station? That is S1. Okay, now I remember that. That was the requester station. There. Empty cargo, full cargo. And that was S14, I believe that is correct. That's going to be you and you. All the colors should be the same, so that doesn't do anything. There. And there. Okay, that should help with the iron shortage a bit. And hurt the traffic situation a little bit. We might be able to get by with, let's see, that's a robot station. That one already has 2. That one has 2. This one we could probably throw another train on. Yeah, that's like completely full. How much train do we have? We don't have a lot of train. Let's send you back. And what's the train doing? Oh, we just have a generic thing turned on. Yeah, we'll take care of that here in a second. Let's send you here. And let's send this one is currently on. We want to turn this one on just to get that extra module there. And you should be off. So we'll copy that and paste that there to turn this station off. All right, we'll check the wall down here just to make sure everything is good. All right, that looks good to me. What's with all the train blinky going on? I'm assuming there's like a damaged car there. Oh, damaged engine. Okay, there's our train. Yeah, this traffic situation is not going to get better. What I'm considering doing, and it may mess with throughput a bit, where we may have to actually throw in a couple more trains, is to make this a one-way track, kind of like we did in the Impractical series, where we try to eliminate the crosses, and we eliminate some of those crosses, and well, as I'm considering doing that, the traffic's looking a little bit better. But up here, it's not. Hey, Thesdale. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, we might have to do some artillery work down there. Hi, no name. Okay, I got more trains. What was I going to do with more trains? Let's set up the copper ones first. So we'll want to send you back home to get more. This is the opposite, so our loading ones are going to be on this side, right? Okay, that should block off the signals. Let's go ahead and make sure these are all built, because I've been known to not do that. And let's see if we can get up here. Oh, this is going to be great live, I bet. Here, let me scramble that up. Sorry about that. Let's just set you over here temporarily. Get all the colors going down. We want that same station. That is going to be... S... the minor. S1 3? Do we only have 3 copper mines? No. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Do we have 2 trains on this one? I feel like we should. Yeah, we do. Okay. That's where I was confused. Because we technically have 2 patches there. Not that that really means anything. But that is the schedule we want there. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay. And, yeah. You guys going on your way. You go on your way. Charlie Bravo, how you doing tonight? That's C Black, right? Guys, mix up your names in the Discord as well as the YouTube, and it confuses me. I have a hard enough keeping track of my own life, my own name. I might need to get some more robots up here. I don't think. Let's see. We've got 1,600 up here. How many do we have in this station down here? 2,500. That's a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, this looks all repaired to me. Again. I'm tempted to leave it on because as soon as I turn it off, the biters are going to come and destroy it all again. But we'll just do that right there. And sigh a little bit and relax a little bit and... see what's going on here. Ah, okay. You're wanting to make that turn there. I was trying to figure out why that would possibly mess up any of that. Yeah, there's a couple of things. So let's do a little talk here on what we're looking at here with the trains and some of the problems that I'm experiencing and why I am experiencing them. Spoiler alert, it is almost 100% my fault. Oh, hey, DJ. Well, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. A lot of the big problems we were having are done in that the signals were too close together. That's causing a lot of backups. The entrances to the stations are too close together for the train links that we're dealing with. That's another big problem. That's probably the biggest. I did not space these stations correctly for the length of train that we're dealing with. And you know, the 4-lane system, this was a problem back when I used this last. I used this last in my first Megabase series. That was like 2 years ago. I think it was when 16.16 first came out. And I used a 4-lane system, and I think I've somewhat fixed the problem that I'm seeing, but these trains don't always choose the proper lane that they need to be in order to be effective. And what I mean by that is like that was a perfect example. If you didn't quite catch that, this guy was in this outside lane. He had a straight shot to where he was going, but instead, what he decided to do was go in here to the inside lane and cause a cross and potentially back up traffic. And then he crossed back over, doing the exact same thing and breaking up stuff again. And that doesn't make me happy. That doesn't make a happy Kitch. These people, like, there was no reason for him to change lanes. He just changed lanes right there, and he's doing the same thing. No reason at all for it. He could have just went straight like this guy. This guy made good decisions. This guy made bad decisions. And it's like... But you have to have the crosses in there because there's going to be a situation like this train that needs that cross in order to get over there. But that's another problem. I get the theory behind the 4-lane system. The trains just never want to play along with it. Hey Dale, how you doing tonight? So yeah, what I did in the Impractical series was, okay, take like these 2 lanes on the, let's just kind of zoom in here. These 2 lanes over here, let's zoom in on this intersection so we can just see the shenanigans and goings on. Well, let's go down a little bit. So these 2 lanes, these are going north. These 2 lanes, these are going south. And to make it to where the northbound and the southbound never cross each other. So like this situation right here, we would never have that happen. So what we would want is all of these trains to only be able to exit to the north and only be able to enter from the south. And then at the very top of the track, like maybe right here, we make a turnaround. And then the only way to get into this side would be go that way. The only way to get, because it basically eliminates all of the crosses and the potential for trains to back each other up. And it should make everything run. Now, the bad part, the negative part of that is that every single train has to go the full length of the system. So what I mean by that is basically like, take, for example, these trains right here. And we'll just ignore that right there. If this train right here, currently he moves from here down to here and then up to here. That's his life. That's his journey. If we did do a system like this train would move from here and then come down and have to go all the way down here and then turn around and then come all the way back up and then get into the iron like from here and then exit and do that. And that would be true for all of the trains. But the trade-off there is that we wouldn't have backups anymore. And I don't know which one is better, which one is worse. Is it better to have the trains moving all the time or have these backups like this right here? If the train's not moving, the train's not moving. At least it would be doing something. It'd make me feel better. Let's see. You guys are supply trains. Okay, so we're actually getting enough iron right now. That's a good sign. That's actually backing up, which is good. You guys are not, though. We're still running a little bit behind on the copper side of things. Let's see. If I check production, I don't think I've checked production. Let's take a look at production. Let's go out 1 hour. What are we supposed to be making? 2880, I believe. Boy, that's not pretty, is it? What's our max? Our max is 2.2. Let's take a look and let's just see what we're doing here. How are you guys looking? You are running behind on copper. Doing fine on fluids. Yeah, your copper backed up. Copper backed up. You're actually iron backed up. All right, so at least it's consistent. Yeah, and everybody's just kind of hanging out up here. Okay, so you are wanting to go where? You're wanting to go straight. You should be able to go now, right? Would it help to move the X away from the intersections? I think so, but it may be a placebo effect. Down here, that's what I did that on these X's down here. I was noticing there wasn't enough room in here. What a copper train would come in, and he would actually block up both lanes if he couldn't make this turn. So moving this down prevented that, and that helped a little bit. I don't know. There might be something to be said about... Well, see, that's coming in from right there. That cross would need to exist. That one right there could exist further up here, though. Because that's just the iron one's going to use that. Boy, I'm tempted to try the one-way thing. I think we would have to throw some more trains in there to make that work. Oh, we're even getting backups up here. What's going on with that? Okay, let's fix something that I know is a problem. That will be an easy fix. Try to avoid getting hit by a train. I was hoping to be able to catch an iron train going north here. Is that one? That's an old train, but we'll hitch it. Yeah, I just got a big frame rate hit right there. I'm guessing that's something to do with streaming. I'm guessing I'm using probably a lot more bit rate here or something than I would be normally if I was just recording. Unless I'm recording at the same time, which is a possibility. All right, let's take this out. Okay, hold on. I'm playing with rail here. Watch out. All right, is that long enough for a train? No, not even close. All right, this needs to go out to that tree over there. Like that far. And Oh, I didn't. That's not going to fit, is it? That's okay. We'll pull that out from there and do some squiggles and some fun. That's going to have to go up higher, isn't it? Can you figure that one out, Ghost Placer? Even if I rotate? Nope. Oh, come on. You know what I want to do there. Just do it. That's what I wanted you to do. Okay, so that, yeah, that'll be just a regular signal coming in. That will go all the way to here. We'll make that a chain signal coming in, and that will be basically like a waiting area for this up here, so we don't have that backup that we have currently. And I'm assuming that is probably... what is that? What are we looking at here? Oh, it's just traffic is all that is. Oh, yeah, there we go, right there. All right, so that'll keep that lane open. Have a circuit for RAWs that isn't connected to where the science is, and have them pass over from one circuit to another. That was kind of the original idea, in that having all this feed from up here. All the raw materials come in from the top, and all the ore that goes down comes through the bottom, with the exception of all the things like stone and oil and water that also share that. And I think that's probably the big problem we're having here. The other problem we have with that is that we have these guys down here, but to make this one way, and keep all of the big trains on their own network, I could buy that. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 trains that would go through. I'm just trying to think about the science ones that would actually need to go through this intersection to get up here to this area. How is coal doing? I haven't even checked on that. Is that keeping up? Oh, it's doing fine. Let's see. That is probably a true statement. I think we're supposed to have 3 trains going down to here, and we only have 1. Or we only have 2. I don't think I ever put the 3rd one. Let me just double check that. You have 3 trains, right? Okay, so that's why we're getting an iron deficiency down there. That makes sense to me. Production-wise, have we done anything better? We're up to 2.4, 2.5. Okay. That's progress. Numbers going up. I like to see that. Backup of supplies there. Looks like copper's about right on. I never thought we would have a backup up here. And you're probably wanting to go straight. Ugh. All right. Now they start moving. All right, I don't like this intersection. I do know that. I do know that for a fact. Coming in, you guys could make the decision on what lane you needed to be in right here. There's no reason for that to be there. The reason for this to be here is for the copper train coming in here. We do have, what trains do we have coming in here? We have got a copper train. We've got all of our building trains and stuff, and we do have an iron train. So we could potentially make this an intersection where, does that need to go that way? It does for artillery trains and wall building trains. That's really all that is for. Let's just look at this wall down here. It's fine. Okay, you actually did need to go over. You made the correct decision there. I'm assuming you probably did too. Yep. I want to try it. I tell you what, I'm going to take just a little bit of a break here, and give it a little bit of a think. Maybe like 5 minutes, and I'll leave you here with this intersection. And let's see. This one? Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, be right back. All right, sorry about that. My headphones, the battery went out. I know that may sound strange, but I have some noise canceling headphones that I've had for a number of years now. I really, really, really like them. But they take a battery, and as soon as the battery goes out, they start doing weird things. So yeah, I was hoping that just letting a little time go by would make the traffic problem go away. That did not happen. Not even a little bit. And it's kind of weird. I haven't had the traffic jam moved from down here to up here. That's progress. At least things are changing. Has everything been going good tonight? I mean, sound wise, video wise, has everything been good? It's hard for me to tell. I do. I do. I'm basically just using my regular recording settings here, and sometimes some things. Oh, you guys are saying it literally just happened as I came back. Oh yeah, see, it's fine, perfectly fine. I fixed it. Oh, James, how you doing? Glad you could drop in. You know, you're the only person that knew what I was talking about in the Uncut series, and I just wanted to know that wanted you to know that I recognized that you you were the only one that knew what was going on there. It's not as good as I would like, but it's working. Let's see. During the break, what did we get to? It went down. Oh, it's going up and down. All right, and you know, each one of these makes 960. We have 3 of them. Yeah, 2880. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so let's pull off of the traffic for a while and just let's see. Let's check each module here real quick and just see how they're going. You are looking pretty good. All right, we'll go on to the next one here. You are looking pretty good. About the best way I know to kind of see what's going on is to check the science modules and just see which ones they're lacking on. I'm not expecting them to be running full time. That is not correct. I believe the bottleneck should be yellow science. Because we are making an excess of everything. But I think everything's bound by yellow science, if I recall correctly. So as long as we're backing up on yellow science, what you're not missing. Okay, yeah, you're missing yellow science down here, which is somewhat expected. You're missing a lot of yellow science, though. Well, that one's fine. Now, why are you showing up? You have all the things you need. Yeah, yellow science here. Yellow science, you are needing what? Blue circuits, which are needing green circuits, which would point to a copper shortage, maybe. Oh yeah, you've got a bad shortage here. What are you missing? Your petroleum's fine. It's copper. It's definitely copper. All right, seeing the same thing down here. Copper. Yeah, could I have picked the dark one? You are missing yellow, but traditionally that's been a petroleum problem, but I'm guessing it's probably all copper. That's what I'm guessing. And I could have just looked here and saw that that was the case. But I mean, we've got an excess of copper here. Yeah, if you ever wonder what I do in between episodes, this is pretty much it. With less talking, there's an internal monologue going, but this is pretty much it. We still have the problem down here. Okay, we can fix that problem. Let's do that. Do we have enough trains? We have just enough trains. That's going to be on the other side. That's going to be you guys. And unfortunately, that's expected to be filled down at the bottom. Let's see, you're going to 2. You're going to 1. Where are you going? You're going to 1. Or you're going to 2. You're going to 1. You've got to be going to 3, right? No, you're going to 2 too. This one's got to be going to 3, right? Yeah, okay. That's the train we want. Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering what to do with this series, and it's been something that's been on my mind. I'm enjoying it. I still like it. Let's turn this back on. But it's been going on for a long time now. I mean, the views have been good. Everybody's been kind of keeping up with it. I was hoping that it would scale a little bit better, and we'd just be able to pace these things down. But I'm not sure how far I'm going to go along with it. I kind of want to keep it in my back pocket as a series that I keep coming back to, because I've been having a lot of like really kind of zen moments with it, where I just kind of can load it up at any time during the day, like during a lunch break or something like that, and just kind of optimize things here and there. I'm sure it was too, James. Yeah, okay. I was wanting to ride down here because this is where the fuel's at. Let's grab this. And we'll put that. Oh, I guess we'll have to wait for this train to go through. Luckily, we know that it's going to take forever for those trains to come back. All right, there. Yeah, but I've been trying to think of what to do new next. I know Boy, when did I take this blueprint? That's an old blueprint. Let's see. We want to add S something requester provider. That one right there until you are full, and that's going to be S3 iron. Inventory empty. I did load up Factorio 2 the other day, and you can shift click the station on the map. Like whenever you're setting these, like I can do like that. Or do you mean like a copy paste thing? Ah, okay, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. Oh, that's handy. Especially since my list here has gotten long and my naming convention is not nearly as intuitive as I had planned. I mean, it works, but I think it could have been a little bit better. Okay, yeah, you're wanting to make that left-hand turn. Lunesta, how you doing tonight? I'm just curious. It may be a really, really bad idea, but I want to try it. I tell you what, we'll put in a little bit of a save point here that we won't use. Oh, well, thank you very much, Lunesta. I really appreciate that. I don't live stream much. I think this may be the 4th or 5th time that I've done it, and I've really enjoyed it every single time, and I don't know why I don't do it more often. I do have plans to do it, but it seems like there's always something that kind of comes up that just comes up. I don't have time. I mean, I'm doing it on a Saturday night. Generally, this is my prime available streaming times is generally between where I'm at. It's 10:40 p.m. right now in Central Time, and yeah, and I know it's not a good time for everybody, but it's a good time for me. And you know, it just seems like every time I'm getting ready to do it, there's always something that kind of comes up. Working on traffic woes, yes. Working on woes in general. The traffic woes are just the latest woes that I've dealt with in this. Speaking of woes that I've dealt with in this series, let's just come over here and see. Now, what I'm hoping to see is a backup of nuclear fuel here. And if it's not, I'm going to be very sad. I'm very sad. Oh, you know what? Our problem here is not the 238. It is, oddly enough, the iron. Huh. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Have a good night. Boy, I didn't expect that. All right, but I mean, I think we're doing fine on power. Hopefully. Let's just check the nuclear fuel situation here and just make sure that none of them are blinking. You guys are all good. Yeah, unfortunately, the way I have these reactors set up is that if they miss their input, they're going to go and be bad. It's not going to work out well. But it looks like none of them are deadlocked, so that's fine. We've been doing fine on power, so I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. All right, let's take this off that way. And let's take this off this way as well. Actually, let's bring that up 1, 2. The other 2. That 2 right there. Oh, do I not have any rail? Oh, I can't win for you losing here. All right. Well, we have a train that has rail. We'll just have to wait for it to make its way up here. And it should be good and empty now and ready to go. Yeah, the last stream I was going to do, it got derailed because of everybody was streaming something at the time. There was like a girls' party going on downstairs, and everybody had their streams going on. And I mean, our internet's okay, it's fine, but I didn't want to compete for bandwidth with a whole bunch of YouTube videos from a whole bunch of teenage girls being streamed. So that didn't happen. The time before that, I was getting ready to actually stream the Industrial Revolution mod when it first came out. I was checking it out. I got kind of excited about it, and then I don't even remember what it was. I mean, I even had the thumbnail and stuff set up, but I was trying to see if anybody else had done anything on it, and they hadn't. And well, there's a little bit of drama with that mod when it comes to streaming things. And yeah, long story short, I ended up deciding not to do that. And yeah, no, I have no idea. I have no idea why I don't do it more often. I did get a Twitch account all set up and ready to go, and was going to go that road, but yeah, I still haven't quite pulled the trigger on that yet. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't have a good I don't have the software yet that makes me look like a raccoon. And I think from what I understand, you need things jumping up on the screen, and you need to look like a raccoon in order to succeed on Twitch. And I just haven't figured out all that stuff yet. I don't know what a bit is, and cheering bits. I don't know what this stuff means. This is going to be temporary, so that signal right there will work. And I know that's not, I know that's probably really not important to look like a raccoon, or to have bits and to even know what that stuff means, and emojis and things like that. I don't know. It's just I need somebody to figure all that out for me, and then just tell me how to do it. One of these days, I'm going to get with Drake and have him just dump just dump his mind out for everything that he's learned on it. Because I know Drake streams on Twitch from time to time. He does it on YouTube as well as Twitch. Drake is another YouTuber that does Factorio videos. I've done a couple of collabs with him, and I check out his streams. He does a bit of Factorio streaming. I don't know the answer to that. For me personally, the question was, what's the reason why everybody wants to do Twitch instead of doing YouTube? The way I look at it, so when you're doing a live stream, you do the live stream thing, right? Where you're like kind of doing the what I'm doing right now, right? And whenever I'm done with this live stream, I turn the recording off, and then I go to sleep, and I'm done. And that is basically the process. Now, whenever I'm doing a recording, that was close right there. That was almost another pistol. Whenever I'm doing a recording for YouTube, I do this part of it. But instead of talking to you fine folks, I'm basically talking to myself. Or actually, I'm talking to you, but on more of a delay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and send you back. We can't send you back. There's no way. Yeah, you can go back. Can't you? Yeah. But then I have the process of doing like editing and then rendering and then uploading, which, you know, is going to be another maybe if I do like I would say a 20-minute video, but my 20-minute videos tend to be like 30 to 45 minutes. We're looking at probably about 2.5 hours of editing and rendering and uploading, things like that. That you have to do, and then you have to set all the thumbnails and all that setup stuff. It's a lot of extra work, and so it's much more appealing to do it that way than it is to sorry about that. I was confused by something that just happened in the chat. But yeah, I don't know. It's much more appealing. It's much easier to do, and a lot easier to. I definitely see the appeal of it. And if you are going to do live streaming, which, you know, that's what you want to do. I mean, Twitch is where you do that. That's where most of the audience is. Significantly much more there than there is on YouTube. From what I understand, at least that's the word around the content creation streets. But if you don't do streaming, then Twitch, of course. I mean, I from what I understand, there's ways to like post content that is kind of like YouTube, where you can view it later, I guess. But from what I understand, that is not as good. Let's see, is that what I want it to be? I think so, but I think and I mean, I think there's other concerns that people have run into with things like monetization and demonetization. There has never been a video of mine that has been demonetized by YouTube. That is not something that has ever happened. So I don't get that. I don't have that problem. Let's see. Can I talk and signal at the same time? I don't think I can. That is not going to work for me. I think I'm going to take this out. And we'll just run that regular. That'll force the inside lane to always be the inside, the outside lane to always be the outside, and then we'll just account for that further down, and everything will just be sunshine and rainbows. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so that'll mean that that's going to come out. And that will instead be, you can exit to the north. You can exit to the north. And you can enter from the south, and you can enter to the south. Now, we'll still have a crossing here, but it's not going to be crossing multiple rows of traffic. It'll only ever potentially go one way. Let's take that back. Okay, and then we would want that to be a chain, that to be a chain, that to be a chain, that to be a chain. That block, that block, that block, and that block. And I think that's what I want. All right, let's take a blueprint of that setup, because I have a feeling we may need that later. What is this? What am I looking at here? Is that a train? You would have stopped. How could that? Because these trains are going to be, that's going to, that train would have stopped there. Well, if, okay, let's say a train was being silly, right? And was doing something silly like this. That train would stop though, right? It wouldn't go. No, it would go. It would go straight through that, even though that block is reserved by itself. I mean, that's two separate blocks though, right? I mean, this chain signal is red. I bet it's not even looking at the fact that the chain signal is red. I bet it's like a train ID that's stored in there, and if there's a train ID, it's red. It's not. It's seeing itself. I'm gonna consider that a bug, I think, or an unintended feature. Let's call it that way. Let's call it that. Okay. Well, so somewhere we have an iron train, or somewhere we have a train. It doesn't necessarily have to be an iron train. It could be any train, really, that decided to make a bad decision and turn that around. Yeah. No! Yep, that's what happened. Okay, well, the more you know, huh? The more you know. Boy, it's really unfortunate that that happened while I have the whole world torn apart right now. That's interesting, though. I didn't know that that was a thing that was. Let's see. Do we have any construction bots in here? No, we don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that this is me just theory crafting. That these signals, they're not like in the code. They're just basically keeping a train ID, and that they're basically just looking to see if the train ID is not their own. That is interesting, and that means that this intersection right here needs to go. That is completely dangerous. Now, if this were Dwarf Fortress, we'd be trying to figure out a way to weaponize that. Unfortunately, I can't think of I can't think of any way to do that. All right. Well, unfortunately, we're in a situation now where we're kind of deadlocked ourselves here. Let's pull these trains forward. Actually, we'll pull you back a little bit. Did that get that train out of there? Yes. Oh, come on, guys. You're damaging my calm. Okay, take those out. Take those out. Take those out. All right, and then we can take all of this out. Let's see. We took a blueprint of that intersection. That is going to line up like that right there. And then this is going to be the exact same thing, but mirrored right there. Except not, because we want to actually line that up with the track down here. Okay, and another thing we want to make sure that we do as we're laying this stuff out is to make sure that the power poles are in good working order. Because if they're not, we can get an outpost that is not powered, and that would be a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, I would guess they were both ore trains because they would have to be fairly large, but it could be a silly copper train. There's no reason for it to... I would expect they would both be iron ore. Well, no, there's no reason for an iron ore train to turn around. Unless there is. Yeah, we'll just have to check all of our trains and make sure that they are all present and accounted for. It should be easy enough to see a big giant train that's not full of stuff. Boy, this is a beautiful signal job here, isn't it? Good enough for the girls I go out with, I think. What are you doing here? Why are you colliding with this train down here? And why is there just a random car hanging out here? Why did this copper train just decide to plow into this train here? Boy, this episode has kind of turned into an episode of like train crash investigator. I don't have a... I don't know. This guy just decided that the signal wasn't going to be followed. Unless... This guy, like, he didn't acknowledge this signal either. It's just like they're just like, we're not gonna deal with signals anymore. Was it from something up here? But these trains are all going south. That shouldn't have affected them. I don't know, man. I just work here. I just work here. Okay, you're on manual mode because you just had a collision. That is one that we're going to have to repair. You should be good to go now. You should be good to go now. I mean, it is true that I've been messing with the signals. Tiny little ore train. Okay, let's try to be safe about this and just make sure that all of these are blocked off before we go and do anything crazy. You're off, and you are good and happy there. You're actually going to need to go to the north. So we'll keep the northbound fine. That's going to go that way. My blueprint is silly. I don't like it when my blueprint's silly. That means that everything I use is going to be silly. And I'm not going to go fix the blueprint because that would be too easy. And yeah, I just know that I'm not going to do that. I've seen myself not do that too many times. Let's see. Are you still in manual mode? Yes. Go and send you on your way. Okay, make sure that is clean. We'll take all of that out. And put the silly blueprint back. Take down the silliness by about 20%. Fix that. Oh, look at that. We got a cute little copper train here, too. I bet that's one of the first ones there. Can we... Now, why... Why is that manual mode? That must have just happened. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I don't do live streams. Stuff doesn't happen like this whenever I'm in between. Did that happen again? It happened again. They're trying to use... That doesn't have a turnaround, right? I mean, there's no advantage to that train going that direction, going in there. There's no reason for them to just go in. And I wouldn't put it past a train that was wanting to go right here to go all the way around and then come out. I would not put that past a train at all. I would expect a train to not do that, to think that was a good decision. I need to go... I'm currently right here, and I need to make this left. So in order to do that, what I need to do is come around here and go that way, and then make that left. That's certainly within the realm of possibility. I think what we need to do is take this out. Let's just make that not be a thing anymore. And let's turn this... And I'd signal it, but, you know, just like my kids, they're not going to listen to me anyway, so... Now, I would think that would prevent the train from thinking, okay, I'm right here, and I need to go up here. I want to now go around and do that. I would think that would fix that, at least for now. All right, but I think we're back. I think we're back on track. That doesn't need to be a chain. That doesn't need to be a chain. I hope that's not a chain in the blueprint. That would make me sad if it was. Let's just dodge that train there real quick and see if we can't clean this up a little bit. Does the copper have a short station? I don't think so. I think I actually did that correctly on the copper one. And I don't know what happened, but I kind of do. I probably said, I'll just do that real quick, and it won't be a problem, and I'll end up fixing it later. Well, it's later. All right, let's just straighten this one up too. So this is just nice and in line. We've already fixed the goofy signal over here, but it's not in a good line. No, 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 no. Okay, that was my fault. I did that. That was me. That was 100% me. It's what happens when you make changes in production. That was a water train. We'll have to remember that. So we have a copper train, at least like 3 iron trains, and a water train that we need to repair. Good news is I think we've got a good blueprint here. Let's go ahead and take that. And this one is the goofy one. This one's still goofy, but it'll work, I think. All right, so where does that leave us? That leaves us right here. Welcome. I'm not sure if there's anybody watching that is unfamiliar with my videos. I'd like to say that my normal content is a little bit less than that, but it's totally not. There's a little bit more thought put into it. I will say that. But no, it's pretty much a disaster as well. I don't think I've ever destroyed this many trains, though. I will say that. I generally get hit by them, and I have yet to be hit by a train this stream. And I don't have any wood to knock on, but I'll go ahead and just chop a tree. And we'll take those guys out. All right, so this will be our first intersection and only intersection like this, I believe. See how many trains we can destroy with this setup. You're going to be just going straight down. Right, that's good. We did good there. We didn't crash a lot of trains yet. That'll go just like that. All right. That was a successful transition there. Things are looking up. You did that to lower the amount of traffic on the lower junction. Now that sounds like something that I would have done. This one is already set up that way. Oh, and look, there's my car. Fantastic. We'll take this opportunity to take out this, because I don't think it's going to be needed anymore. Is this signal? No, it's just a... Increase my wood collection here. Further increase my wood collection here. All right, and this is going to be not what it is. There's no reason for a train to come from the south. These are only going to be trains coming from the north. So we probably could have copied the above, but I think that is what we want right there. Yes. I think I may have said south, but what I meant was north. Okay, you guys can carry on. Got a lot of signal density here. That probably doesn't need to be. What are you hung up on? You're wanting to go into that second row for reasons that are not clear to me. Are we? Yeah, that's all. That's all correct. All right, we currently don't have a turnaround on the bottom. That's something we'll probably need to address. Maybe sooner rather than later. That's workable for now. Did we get a blueprint of that? No, we probably should, though. Let's try to take out both of these at the same time. Take out that. And take out that. That is that right there, and you are going to be that right there. Oh no. That was one of the things that I said I needed to pay attention to. We don't want to get in a situation where an outpost is unpowered, because that takes down the only defenses we have. And this one up here is good? Yes. Okay. Just gonna pretend like I didn't see all that deadlock up there. Sure it's fine. Chain. Good. All right. There. Panic power polling. Which one do we take out? This one. Okay. And we're not going to be able to take out both of those. Yeah, it's going to have to be one or the other. Oh. I got to be careful with those. That one should be all right. And then we should only have this one down here, and then we'll need a loop, and then we'll be good. Maybe not good, but we'll be complete with this setup. Oh yeah, I guess that's right. I did remove the only path. So let's do it again. And this way, this way we'll know. Yeah, the whole thing about this being one big setup there is that yeah, if you do remove one thing, you have basically destroyed the whole setup. All right, and boy, I wish I would have taken a blueprint of that up there, so I didn't have to do this every time. But we already didn't do that already, so, and we only have this one left to go. All right. Nope. All right. Okay, those guys come all the way down here and loop around there. That'll work for now. I think we'll probably want to address that here soon. Yeah, and it'll take a while. For some of this to catch back up. Let's see. I don't suppose I put a radar up there. No, I didn't. Oh, hey, Cornosian, how you doing? There is absolutely no reason for you to watch the first part of this. You're catching on. It was basically just me looking at trains. Absolutely nothing has happened. I've not made any mistakes at all. I've not been hit by a train. I will say that in all honesty. That has been something that has not happened. Yeah, I need a better I need a better one of these down here. Yeah, pay no attention to those trains. We're trying to run everything a little bit leaner. We're trying to increase traffic flow by decreasing the amount of cars. And while at the same time learning that that trains do not recognize themselves in a block. They don't realize that they're occupying the same block as themselves, which is interesting. That's funny. All right, blueprint. This? Sure, why not? And the good news is we can literally hitch a ride on any one of these trains, and they will take us wherever we want to go now. Guaranteed. And I'm just curious as well, riding on this train. No, we're still getting some backups. But I assume once we fix this down, it will it'll help with that. Because it'll take out this backup here. Do I still have my car? I still have a lot of iron ore. This is going to be one of those traffic things where this lane's going to go faster, and as soon as I transfer to this lane, this one's going to go slower. It looked like the inside lane was going looked like the inside lane was going a little bit faster. We'll just stick to it. We'll commit to it. This is technically the passing lane. Oh, nope, went too far. Ooh, that's going to be kind of tight, isn't it? Well, let's start with this idea, and we'll see how this ends up working out. So this is going to come... Am I almost out of rail? No. This is going to come down here and go that way. I think we're past pretty power pole placement. I think we passed that quite a while ago. Ooh, that's going to be too tight. Does this need to go out that far? It kind of does. Although that could go up there. Oh gosh, could I have made a bigger mess? I submit that I could not have. Okay, you stop. You stop. That will go back. So if we get you past this signal, and we get you past that signal, that should clear all that up. Oh, that. Power. Don't forget the power. All right. That's silly? Yes, but that works. This needs to go out. Okay. Let's see. What is our power situation doing? Let's carry it along that. Do we still not have power down here? No, we do. We're just getting we're just getting beaten up. Yeah, the crossovers, we were seeing something with them that I wasn't particularly caring for, in that trains weren't always making the wisest decisions of when to use those crossovers, and so I don't know. It's like they would cross over here and cross over there when they didn't need to. They were just doing it because I think there's like a fun weight on the crossover. They see that crossover there, and the weight is like, well, you know, this path would be shorter, but this is going to be more fun. So they like to take the fun weight there. I don't know why these are chains. That signal, that's always been there? No, that's new. I have no idea. But this is this should be good. And that should be complete. Are we still not getting power down here? We are. All right, it's just not showing up the radar blip on my thing. We don't need one of those power poles. And these trains can now be turned on. All right, now we see if I need to go back and load my save that I made. All right, yeah, we can hop a ride on any one of these trains. That is something we can do now. And let's come over. What? There's not a hole down here, is there? Sure enough. Yeah, this has been a theme, a recurring theme throughout the series as well, through the stream as well. Unused train stops on the outer tracks. That. What, don't you mean the outer? You're right. Yeah, outer tracks. Yeah, like on the entrance side. That actually makes a lot of sense. That way, that train stop will actually serve as a wait. Oh, look at this. One that was not caused by me directly. Notice I said directly. All right, well, at least they only attacked one station this time. We can just turn that guy on, and he'll be good to go. Let's see. Did we have any of these that were turned on already? No, of course not. Okay, so we have an engine that needs to be fixed, and about 30,000 train cars that have been destroyed. Anything else? Tank car. We lost a tank car for one of the water trains. We haven't gone through all our construction bots already. No, they're fine. You're given a no path. Why is that? That comes and goes out that way. And you're... Oh, you probably want to path... Where are you going next? You're going to the main base. Why can't you get to the main base? Just thinking ahead here. All right, let's figure out your problem. Is there a destroyed track? What's... Ah, there we go. Right there. What? I don't know what it is about this corner. Well, we'll just double those up. All right. What were we doing? I want to let's pull you out here. Let's call the train. What's the train doing? Oh, you just dropped off stuff. Convenient. Why don't you come over here? Was there anything else we needed? We're doing okay on pretty much everything else. We do have a lot of garbage. Fill up with nuclear and won't be able to drop off the coal. Ooh, yeah, I can see that. It's not here, is it? Which train was that? Jew. That didn't get mixed, did it? No, that looks okay. Did I miss it? I probably missed it, didn't I? Oh, there he is, right there. Let's see. That's going to go right there. Boy, that's a lot more nuclear fuel than I was expecting that to be able to pull in. And did we ever get this train? Okay, it's down there. Let's go ahead and get that one taken care of. It's doing it too. Well, you know you've been playing Factorio for too long when. All right, locomotives, all of you guys. We don't need that many. We probably do. We don't need that many tank cars, though. All right. There's you. You... Wait a minute. Did I put an extra wagon on there? I oversaw you give it an extra wagon. Okay. Did I try to fix it? Did I try to fix it too much? Oh gosh, what a mess. Okay, so you should be in good shape now. Stone goes down here. All right, we're almost there. We just need to get the train situated. Let's see. So coal is the first one. You are the second. I hope that didn't copy the schedule. It did, didn't it? No name, good night. If you're still around, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. I think that was this one. No. This one? Yes, S35. And item count, coal, stone equals 0, equals 0. That should be good to go. Let's ride this one back to base. We've got other problems down here. Oh. Yeah, go ahead and clear you out. Boy, that one little clog there is going to clog up the entire network now. It's good. It'll keep us honest. Boy, I don't know if that's better or not, but I sure do like seeing all these trains like moving. And I know they could be moving better, but they're at least not all congregating. We'll see if that still holds true after we get all these trains fixed. I think there was a copper train, and I believe. Oh, hey, Unhot, how you doing? I saw your name on a On let's see, what was that? Warptorio 2. Someone had I was looking into installing the mod and checking it out, and noticed that you'd help someone along with that. I guess they just kind of updated. They didn't have it updated to .18 yet. Yeah, no, doing fairly well. Think things have been, as I think I mentioned before, I work from home and have for a while now, and my kids, they do most of their schooling at home and have for a couple of years now, and so nothing's really been that different for us. I mean, it's not been a big upset in our lifestyle. I should say. So that part's been okay, but it's kind of like really hard to kind of explain to my kids the difference of the way kind of things are right now. I took a drive today, and I don't know, I probably wasn't supposed to do that, but I did it anyway because I've been in the house now for over a week because of the foot thing as well as other reasons, but it was just really, really kind of creepy because I live in a smaller town that really hasn't been affected too much. We do have in our state, it's one of the higher counties as far as the cases are concerned. But we entered in like not lockdown, but everything is closed and everybody has to stay home. I think it's been unofficially throughout the state now for about a couple of weeks, but locally it was just couple of days ago, but just driving around town and just seeing everything closed now. And I went into a close by city that's a little bit bigger than ours, and it's been closed down for a couple of weeks now. It's spooky. It's what it is to drive down Main Street and see that everything is closed except for like, the Kentucky Fried Chicken drive-through. But no, everything's been going well. We finally got toilet paper. Was very, very happy about that. And I hope everybody is doing well as well. I know there's some areas that have been more heavily impacted than I have, and I do find myself fortunate that we're in the situation that we're in. No, it's different though. It's very, 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 very interesting. If nothing else, it's a interesting little social experiment. I feel like we killed like 100 trains. I don't know where they're all at. Well, we fixed one of them. They weren't these trains. They were these trains. They weren't the ore trains. I feel like there were at least 3 iron trains that got hit. All right, now I want to track them down. They're not in the stations. I guess I could click on one of these and try to find out. This really isn't the most helpful to try to figure out the train length. Ah, it was an outpost train. There's one right there. Yeah, James, I do agree. That's been one of my concerns. My wife and I both, for a very long time. It took us a while for us to get our lives straight, I guess, is the way you'd want to put that. We both worked in restaurants for a long time, um, bartending and waiting tables, things like that. That's where I wasted a good portion of my 20s. Good experience, a lot of interesting things you learn about people. But no, it's a very big part of my life, and I can't imagine. I can't imagine what people in that world are going through. So we've been trying to do a lot of, the restaurants are all open for takeout in the area, and we went out today to a pizza place that I really like, and ordered takeout from there, and every time we got, I just left a ridiculous tip. Just because I completely understand. It's gotta be hard. And I mean, I was fortunate at the time because I was still young and single and really had nothing to take care of but myself. I mean, it would have been devastating for me personally, but some of the people that I worked with, that had kids and mortgages and were taking, it wasn't just people like me that were hanging out and doing unimportant things. There were people there that were, supporting families and stuff off of that. I just can't imagine what they're going through. So I've been trying to do my part the best I can, the best way I know how, and that's to go and just tip ridiculous. I mean, it's one of those things where we're not spending any money now. There's nothing to go out and spend money on. I mean, my wife and I used to go out to eat, a couple of times a week, or go out with a family. You can't do that anymore, and that's where a lot of money goes. We found out. Where did all the copper trains go? I usually don't like to ask that question because it usually leads to an answer that I don't want. That's a train right there that we need to fix. Oh, and Hud, I'm sorry to hear that. But that you had the symptoms. It's one of those things that I'm kind of curious about as well, because I don't know if you recall, but it was a couple of weeks back where I was just feeling terrible, feeling absolutely terrible. And I think I skipped a video or two because of that. And it wasn't like I didn't have a cough or I didn't have a fever, but looking at, did I leave you manual? Yes, I did. Thank you. I'd be curious. And my aunt, she's convinced that she had it, though it was kind of a little bit before, but she does a lot of traveling and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't think there's any way to know. I think I read something like a couple of, I don't know if that was, I don't know when I read that, but it was some story about some people that went to go give blood, and like a big percentage of them like found out that they tested positive whenever they were going to do to donate blood, and they were like didn't have any symptoms of it. And I know it's I mean, I think that's a really kind of a good news in a way, in that with the way statistics work, they like to tout in the media the very high death rate that this thing has, but they're only the statistics aren't correct, because they're based off of numbers that aren't correct, and we know they're not correct because not everybody's tested. So, did I miss it? I'm sorry, I'm off talking. Let's see, it's you, isn't it? No. what is the backup here? Boy, hey, Ludolphin. Boy, I'm seeing a lot of names that I recognize. That's awesome. That is awesome. I don't even know. I haven't even been watching how many people are on. It says, 36. Wow, I think this may have been my biggest stream. Ah, there's one right there. Gotcha. All right, so what is that? Was that a... Was that even a copper train? Yeah, surely it was. No, that was an oil train. What is an oil train? Yeah. Why would there be an oil train in here? I guess if it was blocked off, it might have... Would it be... It'd probably be a good idea to put a train station at the entrance to every single one? All right. Well, I know we have at least a water train that needs to be fixed. So I will go and fix the problem that I know I have. It's not you, is it? No, it's not. Was it a water train or was it an oil train? I feel like it was a water train. But it might have been an oil train. I'm kind of thinking it was an oil train now. It's like you can't quite see the train length here. Since there's no track crossover. Oh yeah, I was going to fix that. That was on the to-do list that never got to done. So that is always going to come. The fluid trains can always decide. They'll always be forced to the outside when they exit. It's just when they're coming back in, we need a cross that is going from the outside. To the inside. And do I care about trains that are just going to go on a joyride? I don't think so. Now I'm thinking it might have been water. Let's look here. One vote for oil, one vote for water. Start at that curve if you want that. Buffer. Crossover on both sides so they can use the inner lane to avoid the traffic in the busier areas of the rail network. Yeah, I remember seeing water too. Let's just have a look here. Okay, it's not you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not you. Good night, Unhot. Thanks for stopping by. It's not you. I already checked you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not you. It's not you. I don't think it's any of the water trains. I mean, I didn't fix it already. Third train. What? Third? Huh? This one? Ah, there it is. Right there. Okay. Yes, I agree. It's not the train link that's wrong. It's the schedule. I would say it's possible that it's both. Which schedule did I get wrong? Okay, now the question is, how long until you come here? Boy, it's going to be a while, isn't it? Let's add a no. Full cargo inventory and empty cargo inventory order here. Okay, that'll stop that one there. And let's see. Do we have a good radared area? I don't think we do. I'm going to put that right there temporarily, and I'm going to step away just for a second, and I will see you here very shortly. Need to find a better way to fade in, fade out that music. All right. Let's see. Did that work? Hey, look at that. Why are you still here? Okay. Boy, we took out a couple there. I only thought it was one. All right, but you are fixed now. Let's go ahead and hop into you. Let's see. How has traffic been? Why was that train stopped? What are you? Okay, that was a stone train. It was probably waiting for that one. Adding a few blank train stops to the outer lane just on the roundabouts at either end of the main line would ensure trains making the long trips to try to use the inner ones. Was it on in music? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I thought I was leaving you with some nice little music to play. Playing in the background. I'm the professional here. We do everything very, very professional here. My staff of 20 sound engineers are probably be a lot less. Probably have to let go of half of them for that little mishap. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. It was showing the bouncy little line there. So that music's not coming through at all? Huh. The Factorio sound's not coming through. Oh, it's not. You are actually correct. Why you no work? This is the important stuff here. Why have we not moved? Oh, because I didn't take the condition off. Okay. That should be going to that. You are that. This is one of my favorite things, listening to people like doing streams and stuff like that. One of the things I like is when they hang out and do this stuff. Let's see. That should go to the speakers. Yes. Like that. That should come through. Sound bars jumping up and down. Does that give Factorio sound? Do we hear stuff now? All right. So let's see. Okay, we're down here now, which is not helpful, but we can get back up there. Wow, it's like you guys are saying no, but this delay is like really, really long. So I hesitate to tweak anything because I know that it's going to all of a sudden kick right on. The green bars are going up and down. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Whenever I started doing recording, like sound things, I think I've talked about this before. I thought that it was going to be like just plug it in and play. This is like microphones and all sorts of stuff. It just never ended up that way. It's always been a nightmare, and I almost died there. Yeah, no, and then that's another thing too, Cornosian. I'm trying not to do that. Okay, so let me scroll back up here. Adding a few blank train stops to the outer lane, just on the roundabouts at either end of the main line, would ensure the trains making long trips to try to use the inner lanes. So, if we put a train stop right here, and we called this item equals, is it just fish? No, it's not fish. Why would it be fish? Does that not show up anywhere? Oh, come on, Factorio. Let's see. We've got to have some down here, right? Like in the storage area. Oh, and we're not going to be able to... let's see. It's F5. We're not going to be able to even mouse over to see what the fish is. I don't want to name it ZZZ. I want to name it fish. Okay. But we'll figure out what fish is. So yeah, you will go there. So that will make them prefer the inside lane. Would that work? It would, wouldn't it? We just got to find it. This has got to be the main one, right? No, that's me. It's got to be this one. Okay, there's our pistols. We're in the right network. Raw fish. Sorry, we got to do the important stuff here. Item equals raw fish. There we go. Okay, so that would do that, and then if we put one of these crosses on this end, now the question I have is that if this was backed up, then they would go that way. I wouldn't want them to do this right here. I don't want them to wait here, though. Because he's going to want to go the inner lane. But I don't want him to back up the world. Waiting on that. Oh boy, Drake's here too. Hey Drake, how you doing? Boy, everybody's showing up tonight. All the old regulars. If you are unfamiliar with Drake Hawkins, or Clan Hawkins, he has a YouTube channel. I refer to him quite often. He has started a new series where it's a 100% achievement series, right? And has previously done a lot of like Death World heavy biter series. If you definitely check him out. He does Factorio as well as a lot of other games that I am not good at. And as well as Factorio, which is another game that I'm not really good at. Switch it so the crossover allows the inner lane to move to the outer lane. Inner lane. So I've got this backwards. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Okay. Yeah. No. So that way they're making the pathing decision back here, right? Am I getting that? They're making their decision back here to favor that inside lane, and they'll only go to the outside lane if the inside one is blocked. Am I even halfway to understand that? So yeah, if I'm a train, I'm a train down here. I'm like an what am I? I'm a stone train or I'm a water train right here, right? And I'm exiting this. I will no. I'm not an oil train. I'm not a water train. I'm an iron train, or I'm an iron train leaving this station right here. I'm going to see this station right here, and I'm automatically going to pick the inside lane as I'm coming out. So he'll come up here, and he will favor the inside lane unless this inside lane is blocked. And then at that point, he can choose to go around because that weight will no longer be affected because, yeah, okay, I think I get that. All right, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. The question I have, though, is that does traffic move? All right, we've still got problems down here. But we basically need to do the exact same thing down there, is what needs to happen. Yeah, I almost got another pistol there. Ah, Drake doing some shopping, huh? Did you get toilet paper though? That's the important question. Were you able to at least get that? Okay, we're stopping there to allow that train to go in. There's not really much we can do about that. Unless we wanted to completely divert this off of the main line, which would probably be a good choice to consider. All right, so we want you to be a station. We want you to be named. Okay, I see the wisdom of making that ZZZ now. And then we want our cross to go to the inside. No, we want it to go the other way. And did that? No. There we go. All right, that'll just have to work itself out, but those trains are at least moving now, which is a positive. We still don't have this station built. What are we missing here? Oh, okay, you guys just need repair stuff. So this should be good to turn off. Let's turn off that station. And that'll prevent these trains from being in the network. That will slow down traffic there. I'm still not 100% confident that we've got all of our little mini trains taken care of. But we're still dealing with a copper deficiency just all around. We're dealing with one. No, that's an iron deficiency there. And a copper deficiency. Oh, is that one? Is that one right there? Yeah. Okay. We caught another one. Oh, that's caught the wrong train. Oh, actually, there's a... Oh, I'm going to miss it anyway. Okay. So the Factorio train sounds, the Factorio game sounds still not coming through? Bumping it up just a tiny hair. It should be like significantly less than the Kitch audio, but huh. I wonder if it's one of those things that YouTube is optimizing for a pleasant user experience. They'll just go ahead and take that sound out. It might be that I didn't start with this with on in the stream. I mean, it's jumping up. It's showing at about half volume. I don't know. Oh no, he's sitting right in front of me here. Okay. Boy, that was a that was a good hit there. Remove and re-add. That's what I did, I think. Um, hmm. Sorry if that blasted, but I have a feeling that it probably didn't. Well, I mean, let's just peek here and see if all those little experiments did anything at all. I'm gonna say that's a big giant no. Wow. We lost about 1.1K science a minute there. I think we got like 2.5 at one point, I feel. Or maybe we didn't. If nothing else, it's consistent, isn't it? Wow. All right, so let's just look here real quick. We started out this episode with a problem with nuclear fuel. It looks like that has been taken care of eventually. And I do recall that one of the things that I was supposed to do was to fix this iron situation. That did not get done, but it worked itself out anyway, so that's good. We basically added some speed modules and productivity modules. We were low on 238, which turned out to be not a 238 problem so much as it was an iron problem, but it seemed to work itself out. So, yay! The nuclear reactors down here are looking good. Let's just check them over here and see if they are all running. They are. You all are all good as well. Power, if we take that out a little ways, I think we've been doing okay with power. Boy, look at that accumulator usage. Yeah, I think we're fine. Did I ever turn the nuclear or the solar construction back on? I don't know that I did. No, I did. Okay, that's good. I turned it off temporarily because we were having problems with biters down here, and the construction over here was making it to where the walls weren't being repaired. But that seems to not be a thing anymore. And yeah, no, it's still building out over here. We've got a lot of solar orders to be built there, but that seems to be okay. We need to get some repair packs over there. Am I currently wandering around? No, I'm not. Where are you going? You're going to 2. That'll get us close. We need to repair that, and I mean, it's looking to me like what we're dealing with right now is just strictly a traffic problem. We're just not getting stuff up and down fast enough. And it's weird that with this setup, things are moving slower, which I kind of expect as the trains are going to normalize more. But in order to account for that, we're going to have to add more trains. And that's going to increase our traffic problem a little bit. Backups here. Still copper. That's not looking bad. But a big copper backup here. Now, what's going on with this? We do have 2 trains. Okay, we might have to expand that out to 3. Just because it's... I would say because it's so far away, but the distance shouldn't matter nearly so much now. I think it's mostly just, yeah, traffic problems. I think it may be worth it to try to prevent stuff like that from happening, and I think we could probably do that with the station trick. To try to convince the trains to come out on the inside lane. To just basically use the station trick to try to minimize the amount of crossings that we have, because I think it's the trains on the inside, they're preferring the inside and wanting to cross over, and that's what's causing our backups. And since we've got a circle going here, one train backing up is literally going to back up the whole thing. UPS, we looked at that a little bit earlier. I checked it before, and okay, we're back up to 60 right now. Whenever I checked it before, it was going down to like 53, 54, 55, something like that. But I don't think it's Factorio related. I think it might have been streaming related, because I was getting some weird like pulls here and there. But no, I mean we're still at 60 right now, which is good. It hasn't really been the problem that I thought it would be. And I kind of wish I would have known that earlier. You know, it's like you read online. It seems like UPS is like a big, huge problem. And it was something that I kind of had a diminishing returns with it because I was really kind of worried about it a lot. And then kind of stopped thinking about it. But I mean, no, I haven't felt any real slowdowns or anything like that until tonight, as we were playing. I mean, whenever I'm placing big blueprints and stuff like that, it noticeably slows down, but I think that's more of a FPS thing than it is a UPS thing. I think there was the one episode where I was just mousing over the blueprint and it would drop frames like nobody's business. Well, it's that one right there, right? Yeah, let's just let's pull up the timer and look at that. Nice to 60, and we mouse over and it drops down to 27. Yeah, that's funny. All right, well, I'm going to go over here and fix up this module here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight. Let's see, how long have we been going now? 3 hours and 40 minutes almost. Wow. I know I've missed a couple of episodes this week, and this was kind of an attempt to make up for some of that. I think we did. Let's see, 3 hours and 40 minutes. That's what, like 3 20-minute episodes? 2 20-minute episodes? Yeah, just walking along this right here, it definitely looks like copper coming in is definitely the problem. All right, that takes care of those blinky blinkies. Those blinky blinkies will take care of themselves. Solar panels and accumulators we are working on. And what's this? Oh, we've got a full chest here. Oh, that's because I removed the wiring there when I redid that. I had it where these weren't manufacturing. If we had these, I need to make that a thing again. I need to make the entrance exits the only connect to the outer lane and add crossovers immediately after, so the train needs the next exit will, yeah. All right, that and fix this situation. Double check all of our trains to make sure that we don't have any of the short ones anymore that were smashed in the unfortunate train wrecks that happened. And yeah, then just see if we can push the amount of science that we want out of these modules. Well, thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope that everything's going well where you live, and I will continue to pray for you and your safety and your family's safety and your health. And yeah, hope everything is going well. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.